Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Wow. Okay, so we have to know the right instrument to use in Krishna consciousness. All right. So today we will be absorbing ourselves in the holy name. Now the holy name has, how many syllables does the holy name have? 32 syllables, correct. It has 16 words, but it has 32 syllables. All right, so there's three names. There's Hare, Krishna, and Ram. Vaishnavi, what does Hare mean? Hare. Okay, Nandini, what does Hare mean?
Oh, energy of the Lord.
Oh, energy of the Lord. Okay. Nalini Mataji, what does Rama mean? Okay. Who else is there? Amrish, what does Rama mean? No idea? Krishna Prema.
Reservoir of all pleasure.
Reservoir of all pleasure. Okay, the last one should be really easy, guys. What does Krishna mean? All attractive. Okay. All right. So, these are the three words, or the three names of Krishna that compose this entire mantra. And I wanted to talk about one very specific thing that was brought up at the end of today's class, which was about mechanically doing services. Now, I think chanting is the easiest one to do mechanically, especially for those who chant a lot of rounds. I can say like 16 rounds is a lot of time for someone to get spaced out. How many of us get spaced out when we drive our cars? Okay, so I mean, how easy is it to get spaced out while chanting the holy name? I would say, because it's really easy. So how can we stop our mechanical chanting? By hearing, okay. There's actually one word, it's called sankalpa, which means to set an intention when you're chanting. If you have a reason for chanting, and you have to keep reminding yourself of this reason, then your mechanical chanting will slowly come to a halt. But of course, as we saw in today's verse, it is not something that happens overnight. This is a process that is filled with lots of a little bit of misery in the beginning when you have to stay and chant your rounds, but we have to accept our rounds. We should be grateful actually for getting the chance to do our rounds. There's many people there. Again, with this whole example, there was the part of doing excuses. So if I make excuses for doing something, does that mean that I want to do it? No. If I make excuses for something, it can be important. Let's say how many times, I don't know, not many people are in school, but for the people that are in school, I would like to procrastinate my assignments, and I make excuses for it even though I know it's important. So the way that I tell myself that it is important is by setting an intention. If I want to pass this class with good grades, I'm going to need to start doing this assignment a little, like maybe 1 or 2 days before it's due, because otherwise I'm not going to get the grade that I want, because I didn't pay enough attention and time. And in the same way, we should be paying our attention to the holy name and also give our time to Krishna, just like all of us were students at one point, just like we hopefully gave to our assignments for the people that were trying to get their A's. So with that, there's a few rules to chanting. So we try not to touch our index finger to the beats. We use our middle finger and our thumb to hold one beat. And over here, we'll have the whole Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And we're going to chant this whole thing on one full beat. After you're done with chanting the whole mantra on one beat, then you move on. And how many syllables does one mantra have?
32.
32, great. Okay, so in the same way, we're going to go around and around until we reach back to the beat with the tassel. So now that we're back to the beat with the tassel, we'll chant a special prayer for forgiveness, because of course we cannot become perfect overnight. This is a process that will take time, as again amazingly said in today's verse. And for those of you who were not here for the class, I would really recommend for all of you to listen to it and really read that verse by yourselves. So with that, we will get started. And before I forget, what is the third S? Out of the 4 S's. Third one, not the fourth. Sadhana, yes. So from the third, we can progress to the fourth. So only by doing our sadhana, we are asking Krishna during our sadhana to give us seva. So that's the only way we can progress forward. So with that, we will chant our pranam mantra, and this pranam mantra is going to be happening on the beat with the tassel, and after that we'll continue on with the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra for the rest of the beats. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta. So once again, I would like to remind all of you that when you're chanting, please set an intention for why you are doing this to stop the mechanical process. It's very easy to get caught up in the rules and regulations of chanting. But as long as you have an intention and as long as you are firm and steady in why you are chanting, all your problems will be solved. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. And if you want the beads, where are we getting?
Yes, if you would like the beads, the gift store will be open after the Sunday program. You